The show is called Panto Science, the Periodic Fable, and essentially what it is your traditional pantomime fused or collided with a science show. And the whole aim of the show is really to try and engage children with science, which is a big part of what Glasgow Science Festival do. We try and come up with events that will inspire and excite children in sort of unusual ways. So pantomime is definitely, I've never heard of a panto being used before to teach science.
Quite novel.
It seemed like a really nice concept that Zara had come up with to fuse those two elements, so you've got a kids show which is science based, and you've got all the involvement and the mayhem of a pantomime show as well. So it's a really clean, neat and new concept, and it's one that, given the little excerpts we've done so far, we think is going to work really, really well. I've had a really good response, not just from kids, also any teacher I've spoken to, and I know a few, whenever I've mentioned this, they go, well, can you bring it to my school? Please bring it to my school. It's a great idea. So we're hoping that this will run, if you like.
A big issue in science even now is gender inequality. And there's a lot of discussion at the moment about how we can encourage more girls to take up STEM subjects and to keep women in science. So in particular, we're trying to inspire young girls to kind of show them that anybody can be a scientist. You don't need to be an old man with a beard. Science is for everyone. No offence, you don't have a beard. Well, yeah.
It's a goatee.
It's a goatee.
It's not really a beard. It's an affectation.
So one of the things I'm really excited about with the show is having a female cast as the two kind of protagonists. So I'm really excited that Erin and Karen were up for taking it up.
It's normal that you have in any panto the sort of science character is usually the hairy, bearded male. So it is nice to have two kind of dynamic young scientists. Say young, clutching at straws there a wee bit.
Right, so it's 50 millilitres of hydrogen peroxide into this beaker. Now this is why we need our gloves, because this is very dangerous. Be very careful. That's it. Almost there. 10 mils more. Okay, so we're going to pour this in here. And then we're going to add some food colours. Which colour shall we go for?
Red.
The red one. Okay, will you help me count 8 drops?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Fantastic. And then we need a scoosh of very liquid. So scoosh. There we go. And give this a little mix. Okay, everyone, you got it?
My turn now.
Yes.
Okay. I've got a tablespoon of potassium iodide.
Yeah, this is the magic bit. So shall we count around before she puts it in? We'll count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
The show's been we've put on a sort of taster as part of Glasgow Science Festival, so the full show is going to be a part of the Edinburgh Fringe later in August, but we were really excited to kind of debut at Glasgow Science Festival, firstly because Glasgow Science Festival is collaborating on this project with Fair Pley, but also science festivals are a really great place to try and teach kids about science, and we had some really fun audiences today, I think. I don't know how you felt.
Absolutely. The kids are they've come from the hall where there's lots of interactive stuff to do where they're getting involved, and then they're watching, experiments, and it relates the science to them. Sometimes something like science can also, for young kids, can seem something that they don't understand or something they can't do, but once they realise that actually they can get involved and they can do little experiments and they can be part of it, I think it's a fantastic thing for engaging them, and there's a lot of mess, and young kids love mess.
Yeah, definitely. No, we had a little girl, Mia, who wanted to stay back and speak to us after the show, and she was just saying, she was like, how did you do it? How did you do the experiment? And she obviously thought that we were real scientists, like obviously pulling it off, really well. But no, she stayed back, and she was just, she seemed to really really interest her, and I was like, what do you want to do? And she was like, I want to be a scientist.
Right on.
Wow. So that's like a nice thing to hear, because usually it's I want to be a princess, but it's like good to but it's good to get out of those sort of gender roles of going, guys get blue toy cars, girls get Barbie dolls and pink. Like it shouldn't be like that. It should be a mix of different things.
We need to get cleared up and get ready for the science competition.
Oh yes, boys and girls, we're going to be famous scientists.
And all of the hard work we've done on our invention is in this big lab book.
The big lab book! The big lab book! Nobody has to select and have a look! The big lab book! The big lab book! Nobody has to select and have a look!
So if you are interested in the show at all, you can find us on pantoscience.co.uk. We're on Facebook/Panto Science, Twitter/Panto Science, and we've just started a crowdfunder as well. So there's lots of science goodies that you can get in return for supporting the whole project and helping us put on an even bigger show at the Edinburgh Fringe.